if enough of them move out of California, it will financially change the landscape for the government's budget. And I think that the tech guys and the Palo Alto VC guys talked about the fact that enough of them have to move out of the state that it will eventually cause change, and they want reform. And I think it may take 2 or 3 years or 4 years, but they're going to wait to see that. But they want reform before they move back. So my name is Julian Johnston, originally Australian, but I've been doing luxury real estate in Miami Beach and Miami for 25 years. I worked for Sotheby's and I now work for Corcoran Group. Just about 2 or 3 weeks prior to the Christmas holidays and New Year's holidays, a few of them flew into town and they were here for Art Basel on the 8th and 9th of December. And then a few of them went out to St. Bart's. And so they're all dining and wining together and talking about this proposed tax. And then when the proposed tax gained speed, they then understood that they had to either rent or purchase something out of California to establish residency and reduce their net worth exposure to the proposed billionaire tax. And then a few of them, I think in St. Bart's, said, listen, we've already bought places in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And then a couple more said, we're buying right now, going into contract. And then 2 more flew into Miami and bought properties and closed within 7 days. So then it was a tipping point. There's 3 that I'm working with directly, and I know of 4 or 5 that are in contract, or publicly it's been announced that they purchased properties. And there's a couple more that are in contract right now, and I'm sure that it will get announced. I think that they've been troubled by California's long-term business climate for some time, primarily in Los Angeles, where there's been a lot more change. I think San Francisco and Palo Alto had less change, although they've had some economic and some cultural issues there, and safety and security. I know that one of my clients moved here because his wife was just getting harassed constantly on the street, and they feel Miami's a lot safer. And I think that this billionaire tax, it really there was a luxury tax for selling homes in California, primarily Los Angeles, but this new billionaire tax really hit the Palo Alto group. And I think that they all talked about them amongst themselves and said, okay, let's move. And they were talking about the fact that enough of them move, it's actually going to cause change. If a few of them move, not so much. But enough of them move, they had the billionaire tax one time, but they're going to continue to move here because, again, they want to be surrounded by their friends. It's a crystal ball question. We don't really know where it's going, but Miami's had so many jumps in the last 10 years. I think it's going to become more culturally interesting with art and food. And I think those big companies are going to push the state to spend more money on just activities and amenities and bring so many people from around the world that had never been to Miami before, because I do think it's a future city for America.